Hello students, in this video we will discuss and revise the chapter heat. The first topic of this chapter is hot and cold objects. In our daily life we come across a number of objects. Some of them are hot and some of them are cold. Example, tea is hot and ice is cold. How we are able to identify that tea is hot and ice is cold? By the method of touching, or you can say that it is a sense of touch. Some objects are hotter than others and some are colder than others. We often decide which object is hotter than the other by touching the object, or you can say by the sense of touch. But we cannot always rely on our sense of touch to decide how hot or how cold an object is. The hotness of an object is measured by temperature. To understand better, we can also perform an activity which has also given into your book, that if we are taking the three mugs and label them A, B and C. In mug A we pour hot water, in mug B we pour cold water, and in mug C we are pouring the mixed water. If we are taking our right hand and put our right hand into the first mug A, then we easily identify it is a hot water. If we are taking our left hand put into the mug B, then we are identify it is a cold water. But as we taking out our both hands and put our both hands into the mug C, then we are not exactly say that it is a hot or cold object. We got the mixed feeling. From that activity we conclude that the sense of touch method is always not reliable. So what is a reliable source? How we are able to identify that the hotness or coldness of an object, that is measured by, in physics, that is known to be as a temperature. When in a cold water we are adding the hot water, then what we are doing is we are increase the temperature, or in another words, when we add heat to a body, motion of its particles increases. On the other side, if we are mixing the cold water into hot water, then what we are doing is we are removing the heat of that water. In other words, we can say when we remove heat from body, motion of its particles decreases. Here the meaning of motion of particles means when we are boil the water, then the molecules of the water are moving very fastly, or their motion is become very fast. And in when we are saying the motion of its particle decreases, that means they are losing their heat. So in that way we can scientifically, how we are able to decide, that is the scientific term is called the temperature. Okay, now we will move on to the next slide. What is temperature? Again I'll quote to you this definition. Temperature is a measure of the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. The temperature of something tell us how hot or cold something is. Like you can see in the pictures also, when we are seeing the level of mercury into a thermometer, then we are able to decide it is a cold or hot objects. Or there are certain other condition also by which we can come to know it is a hot or cold today. Like in a summer season we are sweat, our body much more sweat, and in winter condition the sweating is very less. So on the basis of that changing in our body also, we can decide whether it is a hot or cold object. Now what is the effect of heat on our body? When body is heated, various type of physical and chemical changes takes place. What are the physical changes? Change in temperature. On adding heat to a body, its temperature increases. On removal of heat from body, its temperature decreases. Change of state. On addition or removal of the heat to or from body, there is a change in the state of body. Example, change of ice to water on addition of heat, etc. thermal expansion. The phenomena of expansion of matter on heating is called the thermal expansion. Chemical changes on heating reactant, many case chemical changes takes place. Now, how we can measure the temperature? The measurement of temperature. Temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Temperature is measured in degree Celsius. Temperature is measured on two scales also. They are namely Celsius and Fahrenheit. Degree Celsius is the symbol for Celsius scale and degree Fahrenheit is the symbol for Fahrenheit scale. The Fahrenheit scale is the most popular in the United States. Celsius scale is most commonly used in the Canada. Thermometer. Thermometer is an instrument that is used to measure temperature. Measurement of temperature. There are three scales of measurement of temperature. These are degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and Kelvin. On the Celsius scale, the freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius, where its boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. So this scale is calibrated from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. It means that whenever we have decided the Celsius scale, it is always work between the freezing point of water and boiling point of water. On Fahrenheit scale, the freezing point of water is 32 degree Fahrenheit, whereas its boiling point is 212 degree Fahrenheit. So this scale is calibrated from 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 degree Fahrenheit. Now, in our syllabus or in this chapter, there are two type of thermometers. So very first thermometer is clinical thermometer and second is laboratory thermometer. What is clinical thermometer? The thermometer that measures the temperature of our body is called clinical thermometer. It means that clinical thermometer mostly used to take the temperature of human body. It is not used to take the temperature of other objects or other body. You can also see in the pictures also, there is a structure of clinical thermometer has given to you. It has got three parts. One, you can see in the starting you have seen there is a mercury bulb, then there is a kink. Construction of a kink is there. We will discuss this, how it is important kink in this. And there is a bore and the measuring scale. That is the basic structure of a clinical thermometer. Construction of clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer has a long, narrow glass tube. It has a bulb at one end containing mercury, as you have seen in picture. It has a scale called Celsius scale marked in degree Celsius. A clinical thermometer reads temperature from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. The clinical thermometer has a small kink near the bulb to prevent the mercury level from falling down. That is why the kink is play a very important role. What is the reason why we construct a kink in a clinical thermometer? Because it prevents the mercury level from falling down. That's why kink is used in clinical thermometer. There is a question arises, why we have got the scale of clinical thermometer from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. The reason behind it, the body temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius. That means that when we are measuring the temperature of our body or human body, then it is already have the temperature is about 37 degrees Celsius. So that's why whenever we are manufacturing or construct a clinical thermometer, then we have taken the initial reading of the measuring scale of a clinical thermometer is from 35 degrees Celsius. And what is the maximum? It is about 42 degrees Celsius. That's why the range of a clinical thermometer is from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Now, the next part is how we can take a reading from a clinical thermometer. There you have wash the thermometer with an antiseptic solution. Hold it firmly and give it a few jerks to bring the level of mercury below the 35 degree Celsius. Then place the bulb of the thermometer under your tongue. After 1 minute, take out the thermometer and note the reading. This will be your body temperature. So this is the method by which we can easily take the temperature of our body. And normally the body temperature is approximately 36 to 37 degrees Celsius. It may be vary in points, like in one individual it may be 35.2 degrees Celsius, in some it is 36.5 degrees Celsius, in some it may be 36.3 degrees Celsius, in some maybe it is 35.8 degrees Celsius. So it is vary between the 35 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius. Nowadays, clinical thermometer is available into its digital format, and that digital format is known to be as a digital thermometer, or in another words it is also called the electronic thermometer. Like you can see the image, that is the image of electronic or digital thermometer. Digital thermometers are preferred over conventional mercury thermometer. Digital thermometers are easy to read because it gives LCD display of the temperature of the person, and they are also mercury free. Now, the next thermometer which is used to take the temperature of the other bodies instead of human body, that is known to be the laboratory thermometer. A laboratory thermometer has a long narrow glass tube. It has a bulb at one end containing mercury. It has a scale marked in degree Celsius. The range of laboratory thermometer is generally from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So you can see that a clinical thermometer has got the range from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, which is specialized to take the temperature of human body. Whereas if we want to take the temperature of other bodies, like if we want to take the temperature of a hot water or cold water, then it is advisable for us that we should use the laboratory thermometer instead of clinical thermometer, because in laboratory thermometer we have got the facility that its range started from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, now how we can measure the temperature with a laboratory thermometer? For this, we had to take suppose we had to take some tap water in a beaker, dip the laboratory thermometer into the water so that the bulb of the thermometer does not touch the bottom or the sides of the beaker. It is very necessary condition here is whenever we had to take the temperature with the help of laboratory thermometer, then laboratory thermometer should be dipped in such a way that the bulb of laboratory thermometer should not be touched to the bottom of the beaker as well as from its walls, and it is fully dipped into the liquid. Here that is a important thing when we are taking the temperature from the laboratory thermometer. Now hold the thermometer vertically. The mercury level rises. Wait till the level of mercury becomes steady. Note the level of mercury. This will be the temperature of the water. Now we will move on to the next topic, that is transfer of heat. Now you can feel that how the heat is transferred from one place to another, or you can say that how the heat is flow from one place to another. What is transfer of heat? Transfer of heat. Heat flows from a body at a higher temperature to a body at a lower temperature. This is called transfer of heat. Heat is transferred in three different ways. They are conduction, convection, and radiation. You can also see in the picture that hot is denoted from the red color and cold is denoted from the blue color. So you can say that the red color is refer for the high temperature body, and the cold color in this image is considered to as a lower temperature body. So the heat is flow from hotter and to the colder end, and heat can be flow by these three methods: conduction, convection, and radiation. In next video we will discuss these methods and the remaining topics of this chapter. I hope you understand the topics which discussed in this video. If you have any doubt or query, you can message to me. Thank you very much.